Hello, everybody, and welcome to today's live stream. My name is Julia. I'm a mindset coach for high value, and I welcome you back to my YouTube channel. Today, we're going to talk about focusing on yourself, and what I'm really doing here is driving the point from yesterday home. So, yesterday I talked about the importance of prioritizing yourself, and because again, I realize how important it really is. I want to continue focusing on that point from a different perspective today. But this is really at the core of manifesting and at the core of healing. You're going to see that by focusing on yourself, you're going to experience really quick shifts, and you're going to experience it's the only way to experience sustainable shifts. Because if you are, as I already said yesterday, if you're lost in the external reality and trying to make changes there, then you are not gonna experience that really fulfilling and sustainable results that you can experience when you focus on yourself, because that's the only way you're gonna realize that you are the creator of your reality, and you're gonna realize how you are creating your reality. All right, and you might see me a little bit tired today. I am a little tired. As I said yesterday, I was hello, welcome to the live. As I said yesterday, I was on a birthday party, and I was home late because I live quite a long way from the city center of Barcelona, so I'm a little bit tired, but I'm feeling good and I'm motivated to talk about this topic, because the funny thing is, I talked yesterday about prioritizing myself, prioritizing yourself. And when I went to the party, somebody came to me, and basically, in other words, they said to me, "You don't need to feel bad about prioritizing yourself." That this was not the exact way they phrased it. But when I heard this, I was like, "Oh my gosh!" Like, this was really totally the topic of my day yesterday. Like, this was totally the insight. And I can't believe that now somebody's coming to me, literally talking about that, and like almost like kind of coaching me around. And it was really, really funny, and it made me understand the depth of the topic, and that's why I want to talk about it now. But as always, I'm going to remind you to check out the affirmation track, 8 hours affirmation track. This is the 21-day challenge, and you want to listen to this track at least 21 days. 21 nights actually. You don't need to listen to it while you're awake. You don't need to put a lot of effort into it, but listen to these affirmations while you're sleeping as long as you can, at least 21 days. You can do up to 30. You can check out how the changes are going to unfold for you. I myself, I think I will go to the 30 days just to really make sure that the beliefs are immersed in my subconscious mind. And then we are going to start to do specific affirmations, like, for example, affirmations for relationships, for money mindset. And then let's see what other affirmations I'm going to create. But we're going to have a lot of fun with this, and this is an easy process. Don't put too much effort into it. Just stay conscious, stay mindful. Don't drink. I'm also doing that at the moment. It's really, really miraculous. I'm really loving it. I'm still going out quite a lot, which is, I think over the long run, I will not probably do that so much, but it's so interesting to go out a lot and not drink. It's really, really interesting. Not so much for what you're observing in other people, although that's also interesting, but it's very interesting to see what is coming up for yourself. Because when you're drinking, I would say when you're drinking, normally in moments where you have something unpleasant coming up, you just get a drink. You just get another sip of, I don't know, your gin tonic or whatever you like to drink, and there's nothing wrong with it. But in the long run, you're kind of, you're kind of putting yourself asleep in the moments when you can grow your consciousness. And I can see shifts happening for myself simply for the fact that I'm not doing that. And it's, of course, it's very natural and normal that this is going to happen. So you can have unpleasant emotions come up, which is totally okay. Feel through them, become conscious of the belief and the thoughts behind that emotion, and then shift into your abundant mindset. And I know at the beginning this can seem hard, and it can seem like you don't know what you're doing, I'm going to release more meditations on that. There are already meditations on it. Everything that I'm posting is it's created to help you shift your self-image into an abundant state, because that's your natural state. So you totally deserve to be there, and you're going to see it's going to become more easy. It's going to become easier and easier the more you're listening to the affirmations. So keep going with it. Keep going. Persist for at least 21 days. You're going to see shifts happening. You're going to see shifts happening, and you're going to see sustainable results coming from this work. So do not stop. You're worth it. You're deserving of the attention that you're giving yourself by creating that change and investing in yourself with this time and with this focus that you're putting in yourself. So now let's talk about focusing on yourself. So really, this is just another version of the video from yesterday. But as I said, I won't stop talking about it, and I will probably create more videos about that in the future, because we are so freaking used to being distracted and putting our attention everywhere else but not on ourselves, because it can be unpleasant to realize that you're not feeling great. So what we're doing is we're going to our phones, we are trying to change people around us, we're complaining to them, we are overeating, we're drinking, we're smoking, we're doing so many things. And you don't need, I do not say that you're not allowed to do that. And for some people, they find relief in that. And of course, that's what we're doing. But the thing is that in the long run, it will benefit you so much more to start working through these emotions and let go of the compensation behavior, whatever, you know what I mean. To let go of compensating with these behaviors and to shift into a state where you do not need them. And this state is available to you. We just need to train ourselves to get into that. When you're in an abundant state, honestly, it's like you're on drugs always. It's like, maybe not always on drugs, but it's like you're always relaxed, or you're always able to shift into relaxation pretty quickly. It's like something you train, and then you're like, oh, right, I'm stressing right now, I should relax. And then you take time, and then you relax. And then you shift yourself into this new state, or into this relaxed state. Oh, sorry. I told you I was tired. Like, I was sleeping, I think, 5 hours, and then a friend called. I don't want to blame him for that. I think I was awake before as well, so I almost felt like I was drunk, although I didn't drink anything, which is awkward. But sometimes I think, yeah, you can like get the energy, and then you feel like you're drunk yourself. But yeah, what was I just saying? Yeah, so you don't need to let go of everything at the same time. Don't put pressure on yourself, and don't blame yourself for any behaviors that you're still displaying that you do not like. It's not about blame. Even when I decided to say, hey, let's not drink at all, which I don't think is that hard, but when you're in a group of people where everybody's drinking a little bit, and a cocktail here and there is normal, or a beer here and there is normal, then it's still a statement to make, and it's still a boundary to set, and an intention to carry through. And I was very detached. I said, I'm here, I'm enjoying my summer, I enjoy a cocktail every now and then, I enjoy going out and partying. And I was feeling that, well, how amazing would it be if I could do all of that and have all of that fun and get to know people without drinking anything. It would be so amazing. I would feel so refreshed. I would feel so proud of myself. And then I was thinking, all right, I'm open to the possibility that this can be totally easy. I'm open to the possibility that I don't need to push myself. I don't even need to set a goal. It will just happen naturally. I will just naturally not drink. And that's what I'm wishing. That's my desire. And I'm allowing that to happen. And then I let it go. I was like, okay, I'm just going to see what happens. I'm not attached to it, because I was not drinking a lot before either. And then, yeah, just like there was one party where I was thinking, okay, I want to have my cocktails there. But then after that, I was like, okay, I really do not want it. I really want to do this challenge. I really want to pay more attention to my body, and I really want to become more conscious. So let's skip it for at least 21 days. That's not even how I said it. Like, I made no pressure at all. I said, let's skip it today, and let's skip it today, and then the next day, and then the next day. Now it's like very normal. It's like people are not even offering me anything to drink because I'm like, I'm not drinking. You know it, right? So that's very pleasant, and it's very nice to see that you can create the emotions that you need within yourself instead of like needing a drink. It's nice, and you can still drink. Yeah, that's not, it's not a forbidden fruit, but if you don't need it, like, how much better are you gonna feel? You're gonna feel a lot better. And even though I'm tired today, like, the tiredness is not like this very confused state that you have after. I feel it even if I drink only one beer, I feel it the next day. And if I drink like 2 or 3 drinks, I definitely feel it. Even if I'm not drunk or anything, I definitely feel it. The next day, like, I'm just more confused. And if you don't, you're just like more clear, more sharp, and you can still be tired. As you see. But it's like I don't feel like I need days to recover, I feel like I'm just a little tired, but I'm sharp, I can work, I'm not too sleepy, I'm motivated, and so on. And I'm basically very connected with myself. Yesterday, I told a friend of mine, I said, honestly, I feel, and I don't know how we came to that point, but I was just saying that, yeah, he said to me, you're gonna feel so good tomorrow morning. And I said, yeah, that's so right. I'm actually feeling so good right now already, because I was feeling so connected with myself. And it was at a moment where I wasn't necessarily in a very high state, in a very high energy. I was actually already tired, and I told him that I'm kind of tired, but I don't want to leave yet because it's, the birthday of a very, very good friend, and I don't want to be one of the first ones to leave. Like, it's the birthday party, and it's important for me. And that's when he also said, like, you should not feel guilty for prioritizing yourself, which was very sweet. But yeah, when I said, I feel so connected, I'm maybe a little bit tired and maybe a little, not in that very excited energy, but I'm feeling so connected with myself. And there's nothing more beautiful, there's no more precious gift that you can give to yourself than connecting with yourself deeply, because you can be anywhere, you can be in any situation, and you're gonna feel blessed that you're there. You're gonna feel blessed that you are there with yourself. And this is something that I can't possibly tell you how important that is. I know many people are experiencing a disconnect from themselves, and that's why they are displaying certain behaviors. And I know how awful that feels. I know how bad it feels when I'm not connected to myself. And these days still happen when I'm like, oh, what's going on? Like, why are you feeling off? And then I need to like shift again. And it's just much easier than it was earlier. And the states where I'm connected with myself, they're more natural and normal, and they're more easy to achieve, and they're just like happening naturally. But earlier in my life, I didn't realize how disconnected I was from myself, how little I prioritized myself, how little I knew about myself. And we don't realize the pain that we are living in when we are in such a state. And when we are taking ourselves for granted, and then we are also experiencing that with other people, because not only are we showing them how to treat us based on how we are treating ourselves and the energy and the state that we're in, but also are we choosing people who don't choose themselves as a reflection of how we are not choosing ourselves. So when you start to choose yourself, and you start to prioritize yourself, you can vibrate on the same frequency that other people do who are also doing that. And then you're like having relationships where you're much more present, people are much more open, and so on. They are reflecting everything back to you that you have invested into yourself. And that's nothing that you need. It's just a really, really pleasant reflection of the inner work that you're doing. So you're totally worth that inner work. And I just wanted to relate it back on how this relates to focusing on yourself. So, in order to see and feel the disconnect, the pain that you're in, you need to focus on yourself. And this can be painful at first, which is totally normal. Don't give up. Keep giving yourself love and keep focusing on yourself. And you're gonna see that there are these thoughts and unpleasant emotions that you're running away from. But if you know, and you're gonna understand this much more through the affirmations that you're listening to every night, if you understand that you are not defined by your thoughts or by your emotions or by your stories or even what you believe about yourself, if you can drop into this deeper state of self-love and trust and just clarity and see your story for what it is, like it's just a story, it's just a belief system. Even if you feel right now that you're not worthy, and even if you feel right now that everything that you're doing is not working out and people are not treating you the way you want to be treated, and nothing of your goals is going to be achieved, and no one is going to love you back, or whatever you might be feeling right now, know that this is not true. Know that you don't have to buy into anything that your mind is telling you. Know that you're totally worthy of anything that you desire. Know how loved you already are. Know that you are loved. And that's going to help you to detach from that old reality, and that new reality can creep in and make itself make some space for that new reality to come in. And that's why you should focus on yourself. If you try to change the external reality, you're just perpetuating your lack belief system of thinking that you need to control outer circumstances, but you don't. You focus on yourself. You do what is in your circle of control. You focus on yourself. You give yourself that self-love, that attention that you deserve, and then you see your external reality shift, and you will attract different results. I promise. I promise. There's no way that you can raise your energy and raise your self-image and raise your self-esteem and your self-love without that being reflected back to you. There's no way. And you know what? It doesn't even matter, because when you are becoming the love that you're looking for, you do not care. When you focus on yourself, every moment is a miracle. This moment right here, right now, is a freaking miracle. You are a miracle. You're a miracle looking at a miracle. And I want you to realize that. I want you to realize how worthy you are, how perfect you are. You are divine. You're literally divine. You're sitting there right now, and your beliefs are maybe telling you something else, but something within you already knows deeply that you're a miracle. You are literally a miracle. Like, how did we even get here? Really, it's miraculous. It's like not comprehensible by our rational mind. That you're literally a miracle. Like, I just find myself repeating that because I find it so important. It's beautiful. And what happens is, when you're realizing your own beauty and your own miraculous existence, your conditioning lowers, your conditioning starts losing its grip on you, and it might come back, and that's okay. And you're gonna still know that you're a miracle, and you're gonna see through that conditioning. You're gonna see through that illusion, and you're gonna create changes everywhere in your reality. People are gonna show up differently because you're showing up differently, and you are shining, and you are vibrating at a different level, and without you even saying a thing, people are gonna feel it. Maybe just subconsciously, but they're gonna feel uplifted in your presence because you're shining. Like, I know people like who are working on themselves, like people who are very awake, and their eyes are literally glowing differently. It's incredible. I once had this woman, and when I was in a Vipassana retreat and I was in despair, I had really some old deep shit coming up, and I was at a beginning of this journey, and I was just like reaching out for help, and there I was actually not really able or allowed to speak. And at one moment she looked at me. She looked me in the eyes. I think she turned to me, and like she had really light blue eyes. And she took me to the side and she looked at me and she said, "Listen, I know how this feels, and this is gonna pass, and you're gonna be fine. You're gonna get through this. That was roughly what she said. And the eyes, and the way that she looked at me, like I was feeling like she was literally looking through me, like I was feeling almost, I don't know, like some light came to me. It was incredible. This moment just stayed with me. It was, wow, it was so beautiful. And that's how you're gonna shine as well, when you're like allowing more light into your being and allowing yourself to choose the thoughts that feel good to you, and to choose to entrain into a reality where you are a miracle, and where you are divine, and where you're basically you're projecting love everywhere you go, love and consciousness, and you're seeing through people's limiting beliefs and limitations and traumas and everything, and you're helping them raise to higher levels, and you're helping yourself raise to a higher level, and you're honoring yourself, and you're treating yourself like the beautiful god or goddess that you are, not from a narcissistic place, but from a very self-loving place, where you're humble and self-loving at the same time, and you're making yourself a priority, to the degree that it's very healthy. All right, that's my these are my thoughts for today. I could go on forever, and I probably will in other videos, but for now, thank you so much for coming. I really appreciate you. Drop any questions that you have in the comments, and I'm gonna answer them. When I see them, and keep on believing in yourself. You're worth it. You're deserving. You're totally able to create whatever you want, and just keep believing in yourself, and things are gonna shift and change. And focus on yourself. Soothe yourself. Make yourself feel better. Think about what you can do today to show yourself love. Show yourself love every day. You deserve it. I'm sending you so much love. Have a beautiful rest of your day. Bye bye.